Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. After the Ohaneze Ndigbo election that produced Obiozor, Professor Obiozor, there has been reactions and counter reactions. Some have already said the legal proceedings to uh, forestall him from operating as the President General for Ohaneze Ndigbo. Well, it has been on and off, and of course, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, had said something about Obiozor not being recognized as the Ohaneze Ndigbo. Of course, that is actually a Fulani imposed president of the Ohaneze Ndigbo. While Obiozor have also replied, Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and also a fraction of Ohaneze Ndigbo has also replied to Obiozor. Honestly, it's a case of talk I talk. Whatever it is, power is really evolving. But before we go to the newspaper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel or YouTube. Well, President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Professor George Obiozor, said Igbo nation was not at war with Nigeria and had nothing pending before any institutional authority that necessitated a breakaway from Nigeria. Obiozor, who made the declaration during his maiden press conference at Ohaneze Ndigbo National Secretariat GRA Enugu, advised the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to listen to Igbo leaders. Igbo nation is not at war with Nigeria. Igbo nation is not at war with Nigeria and has nothing pending before any institutional authority that demands a separate existence from Nigeria. In other words, they shouldn't even think of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is one of us and he must listen to some of us for several reasons. The facts and reality are that the issues of Biafra are beyond his capacity to decide. He must listen because he is one of us and we are all in this dilemma together. And our mutual and collective responsibilities are sacred and must be respected. Consequently, all actions or utterances that put Ndigbo in present and imminent danger or harm's way must be avoided. The new Ohaneze boss, who was surrounded at the conference by members of his executive, noted that when late Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu said the bone shall rise, he didn't mean conflict, violence, and war, but that the mission was creative and constructive, insisting that Ndigbo were builders and not nation wreckers or destroyers. Obiozor said Ojukwu meant the return of the can-do spirit of the Ndigbo that turns difficulties into dividends and obstacles into opportunities. Therefore, in this context and in the spirit of the times and collective interest of Ndigbo, I appeal to our son Nnamdi Kanu, act well your part, for there lies your honor. Wow. He said, act well your part, for there your honor lies. Wow. He disclosed that one of the objectives of his team, which he believed could be achieved with diplomatic dexterity, decency, candor, and decorum, was to effectively reintegrate Ndigbo into Nigerian political process effectively, significantly, and relevantly. Speaking on why Igbo nation needed the present Ohaneze leadership, Obiozor said it is obvious at this critical time in our history, leadership of Ndigbo ought to transcend partisan politics, make-believe rhetorics and propaganda, and shadow boxing. In other words, it is imperative that the primacy of Igbo interest as opposed to self-seeking agenda and mere political ambition should be bedrocked and should be the bedrock on which Igbo desirable and ideal leadership today must be anchored. He assured that security and safety of Ndigbo should be the priority of his administration. Well, it looks well spoken, it sounds well spoken, but of course, a fraction of Ohaneze Ndigbo has also replied Obiozor. Remember that same Ohaneze Ndigbo, there's some fractions that brought out another president. Well, they are talking now. The fraction that is the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, which is Chief Engineer Chidi Ibe, that's the one that produced another Ohaneze Ndigbo president, has also cautioned Ambassador George Obiozor to stop speaking for Ndigbo. He warned His warning came after Obiozor delivered his maiden press conference, wherein he cautioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), against his agitation. Ibe, in a statement he issued shortly, said Obiozor lacked the local standing to speak for Ndigbo. He quipped, "I read with anger a press statement credited to Ambassador George Obiozor, who claimed to be the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo. In the said statement, he, among other things, warned Nnamdi Kanu to stop his Biafra agitation. To set the record straight, I remain the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, and as such, Obiozor and his cohorts should be ignored. Any statement emanating from him should not be seen as an opinion of the Ndigbos. By now, we expect that he should be busy in court over the illegality called an election which they carried out in Imo State. To make it clear, Ndigbo has not met to discuss on issues regarding Biafra. As such, Obiozor's grandstanding should be ignored. He is merely trying to please his paymasters. He should leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. We are solidly behind any move to better the lots of Ndigbo and towards addressing the age-long marginalization being experienced by our people. So far, we are glad about the partnership between President Muhammadu Buhari and Southeast governors, which is already producing results, even though we are asking for more. Meanwhile, Obiozor is believed to have spoken in apparent response to Kanu, who had earlier said he would not recognize him, Obiozor, as the President General of Ohaneze. Wow. Now, this is fireworks everywhere, and this is actually quite getting out of hand. Don't forget that Ohaneze Ndigbo during the time of Nyanwodo was one, but towards the ending, other fractions started emanating. Now we have they've taken Obiozor to court to question the legality or the illegality of the election that took place in Imo State. While Ibe is of the opinion that he is the President General, Obiozor here is of the opinion that he is also the President General because he has the backings of some, if not most, of the southeastern governors. The whole thing is becoming a bit messier, but at the earliest press statement, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said he doesn't recognize Obiozor because he was actually superimposed on the Ndigbos. Now he has also called out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he should please, that Ndigbos have no problems at all, that if there's even that he wants to reintegrate Ndigbos, he should not bring walls there and all that. There's no issues pending constitutionally against Nigeria. So which means for the now, the Biafra issue is not even part of it. That instead they're thinking of reintegrating Ndigbos back into politics in Nigeria. That means Igbos are no more thinking of really secession per se. Yes, the Biafran spirit, according to him now quoting, he says, yes, the Biafran spirit will rise again, but on constructive measures, not destructive measures. While Ibe here is fighting against him, saying anything that would better the lot of the marginalized Igbos is allowed, whether it is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or otherwise. If it's in as much as it's going to help, buffer and bring solutions to Ndigbo, it's a welcome idea that Obiozor should start thinking of the court cases against on his legality or on his being the Ohaneze Ndigbo president. That's what should be his priority, and not talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He should, in fact, leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of this. This is getting really messier because at this stage where some political elites are talking about Igbo presidency 2023, and the apex group is actually torn and taking themselves to court, I'm afraid they're already shooting themselves in the leg. So I think they should hold on to one thing. If it's going to be Biafra, fine. If it's going to be Igbo presidency, fine. But it has to be one, or else both of them will not even be actualized. Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on what Obiozor replied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's statement on him not being recognized as the Ohaneze Ndigbo president, and the fact that Ibe, the other fraction of Ohaneze Ndigbo, has also replied Professor Obiozor. This is really getting messier. Let's meet in that.